The one thing that's giving me hope right now, last week was in Brighton for the Labour Party's annual convention. They call it a conference. This was the first Labour Party convention since the elections that they had in spring, which was an incredible upset, right? So Jeremy Corbyn ran for leader of the Labour Party. There was a huge centrist campaign against him. It was painted as the absolute end of the world for this party that, like the Democratic Party, had embraced the logic of only market-based solutions, of only incremental change. I'm not going to delineate Tony Blair's crimes, but they're pretty similar to Hillary Clinton's, right? And the backing of the Iraq War, providing liberal cover for it, and so on and so on. But there was an insurrection within the Labour Party, led by young people, that led to Jeremy Corbyn becoming leader. And then he faced coup after coup attempt from within his party, where they tried to unseat him, where they said he was unelectable. And then they had this election, and what is the game changer? Everybody's predicting that Labour is going to be wiped out. What is the game changer is Corbyn coming out with this party platform, what they call the manifesto, the Labour Party manifesto, that is calling for free public education, bold action on climate, fully funded health care, renationalizing the rail system, community-controlled renewable energy. I mean, a fundamentally redistributive program. Their slogan is "for the many, not the few." All of these ideas that we were told were impossible to utter in public, right? Like renationalizing an essential service that has experienced this completely failed privatization model, and people love it. And suddenly, Labour wins more seats, more votes than in any election since the Second World War. The Tories lose their majority, and there's a new poll that just came out this week that shows that if there was an election tomorrow, Jeremy Corbyn would absolutely win that election. He's well ahead of the Tories in the polls. So there is no doubt that the Democratic Party elites are going to fight tooth and nail, as the Labour Party elites did, to hold on to their power, to hold on to this model that is serving them very well, but is failing the vast majority of people. I think, people have to understand that if they're going to go that route of trying to stage an insurrection within the Democratic Party, they're not going to be thanked for it. It's a war. It was a war within the Labour Party, but ultimately it was a successful one. So the question is the Democratic Party democratic enough for that to be replicated? And, that's what I'm not sure about, right? Whether the superdelegate structure would come down and crush it. My feeling is that if people decide to go that route of trying to replicate what happened in the UK with a sort of a party within a party structure, because in the UK, what they have is a membership-based organization called Momentum that has staged this insurrection within the Labour Party and has now become the Labour Party, essentially. I think if people decide to go that route, there can't be the message that they're good, whatever happens, they'll line up. I think that if it fails again, there has to be a new structure that comes out of it, a new party that comes out of it.